Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarKives, the KarQ Archives YouTube channel, where I do VOD reviews, gameplay, and other content, patch notes, whatever I want on the second channel, and maybe even some Apex games. All live on twitch.tv/KarQ. If you want to get your VOD review, it's in stock for 48,000 loyalty points, as long as you watch the stream enough. I don't always stream Overwatch these days, taking a little plunge and playing some other content, but if you do catch an Overwatch stream, just know I'll be have it in stock here and there. Anyways, we have Mango playing some Reinhardt, aka Zeroy, in the chat. Hi, Zeroy. Okay, you're walking up. So the thing is, the enemy team's actually playing split right here. They're Reinhardt, so they actually had a miscommunication on the enemy team right off the bat. Two of their tanks are playing high ground, while three of them are playing without any protection up top. It's good that your DPS were able to force them out. Not something that you can do per se, but because you're not even squaring up against the Reinhardt, just make sure you're walking up and shielding top right. You actually don't even need to shield left side, really. There's nothing to shield. You want to shield these and make sure this Kree or whatever can't shoot anybody that's behind you. Mostly it's just Roadhog, but don't let these guys farm your Roadhog. Hopefully they force him out, which they do. Your Kree forced him out, so that's fine. Just something to keep in mind. It's always important when you play Reinhardt to recognize, okay, yes, you do the little Rein v Rein battle, but at the same time, you also need to be figuring out what you need to be shielding. There's nothing to swing at. He's too far, the enemy Rein, and then these guys are the threat immediately at this point. So you shield that against your team. Anyways, you're losing a lot of your shield already. You need to be careful of letting it crack. Let's try here. So you did not need to flick your shield up. So that's actually a mistake right here off the bat. The Reinhardt's here. You know their DPS fell down and they're going to collide here. Okay, you flash your shield here to round the corner. Okay, that's fine. You're at 361. Remember, the Rein shield needs to be down for like 2 seconds before it regenerates. And yes, he went for that. What is this shielding? You literally have a Roadhog behind you, but Roadhog's Roadhog. He can just vape himself to heal, number one. These guys haven't even crossed yet. And then these guys are still up here. You have nothing to shield, and you reflashed it, and now this thing's going to take forever to actually regenerate. And now this Reinhardt's going to walk up here and contest you here, and you've got nothing. And he's got his whole shield. So you re-shielding there is not good. And that's something a lot of entry-level Reinhardts make the mistake of. They'll like accidentally like walk around a corner, and then they'll like re-flash their shield just out of habit, without thinking of the implication of how bad it is to re-shield when you don't have to. Because right now, it's literally cracked. You need to pop a battery. See? Your Roadhog gets a nice pick. See, you got no shield here to protect yourself. You're in trouble. Also, the colors just glitched out when I did that. 021. Man, this Overwatch replay system definitely needs to get fixed. That is very annoying. Okay, let me reload that really quick. 1 second. I was at 1 minute.
Welcome to Blizzard.
Damn it. Not Jeff Kaplan. Damn it, Aaron Keller. Okay, you got rezzed, which is quite nice to see. Also, Aaron Keller, whenever you do replays, whenever you import replays, whoever generates the code, they always get put on as red team, which is really annoying. No matter if they're attacking or defending, they're always red. In my mind, I always associate red with enemy team and blue as teammates. And it's really annoying that the person, the replay I'm watching, is always red team. Please, just make it like friendly colors. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron Keller, game director of Overwatch. Okay, you got res and you have to back out because I think you lost your Kree. So, okay, you're chilling. Okay, so right now, it seems like there's just a lot of wasted shielding. That's like your biggest problem right now. You are taking space. I'll give you that. At least you're pressing W, which a lot of Reinhardts are scared of doing. One of the worst times to let go of your shield is when he's bubbling, when he's being bubbled. Some small thing to think about. If they're running Rein Zarya and he gets bubbled like this, one of the worst times to ever let go of your shield is now, because that's like when you climb up and Reinhardt's like synergize well with the Zaryas, when this Rein gets bubbled, that's when he drops his shield and swings. And that's the time where the people behind Reinhardt are most vulnerable, because he's busy swinging and he doesn't have a shield to protect his team per se. And that's the best time for you to keep your shield up, because that's when he gets aggressive. That might be a time where he shatters, and that's the time their DPS like turns on the jets, but they don't have any protection. That's where you keep your shield up and hopefully your DPS behind you trade back. So instead of swinging at that bubble, I probably would have just held strong there. Something to think about. You're gonna go for the shatter. Yeah, and then he got the shatter. You can kind of just tell. You kind of just sniff that coming out. Shatter incoming. See, like Breeze, you guys are recognizing it. You know it's on its way. But you get the res, which is kind of good. You're kind of getting bailed out here. I'm not gonna lie, the play isn't clean, but it feels like more of like you're making a lot of mistakes, but the enemies are making bigger mistakes. And really, that's the key to climbing in a lot of people's instances. It's less about you making the best plays. It's more of you making less mistakes than the enemies, because everybody here is gonna make mistakes. Everybody has those days. You know what I'm saying? There's so many mistakes in games below, like, I don't know, Masters, like Platinum, Gold, Silver games. Like, people are making mistakes left, right, and center. Just make less than the enemy, and you're good. It's not about winning, it's about making the other team lose. That's a good way to put it. Hold on, let me check my Apex login really quick. Sorry. Okay, I had to click try again every time. All right, good work here. I like the aggression. You're gonna look for a shatter here. The timing was, I felt like was more of a luck thing, unless you're just big brain. I probably would have waited a little bit longer for that bubble, but let me see this. Okay, so you guys grabbed? No, your Genji deflected their grab. So your Genji's kind of popping off here. Your red team, they killed your Tracer. You're actually down one, but they're kiting right now. So you're gonna look for the shatter. She's bubbling aggressively. You wait for this bubble to... You literally... I actually think this bubble got popped more so than you timing that perfectly. Because, like, I feel like if I know my Zarya timing correct, that felt like her bubble should have still been up. But you're lucky it got popped in time, or else that would have been blocked. Not gonna lie. This bubble lasts like 2 seconds or something, right? That would have been bubble. Yeah, I got popped a little early, and you got lucky on that shatter, but it didn't get any value per se. That one's a tough one. I think you should have held that a little bit longer and played a bit more calculated. You get two. I mean, it is kind of pushing him back. I'm not saying it was a bad, like... Sometimes Rein is all about like taking those gamble risky shatters too. Don't get me wrong. I also think you should have like pinned. Okay. Right here, could you have pinned the sleeping Rein? I think you could have actually done the short pin there. You might get like shot from the back, but they're pretty far. I think you probably could have went for the pin there. This is good though. Just careful of turning your back onto the enemy. You better be damn sure the enemy team is like not shooting your back. You try to countercharge her, that's good. She's lasering the shit out of you here. You're getting resources and pockets, so I understand why you wanted to swing. But like, actually before that team fight started, your Widow actually killed the Tracer, your Tracer, so you're already down one the whole time. And if you couldn't follow up and get anything off the shatter, unfortunately, your team could, like, it was just 6v5 that entire time. And since nobody died off the shatter, you're kind of just walking into a dead end there. That's okay. You did swing a lot to get into the shatter, so let's see what you can pull off here. Taking a look at your team comp, you know, you have 2 stuns with the hook and the flashbang here. You're gonna be looking for it here. Okay, so you swung for way too long against that. So in most cases, you honestly would not be able to swing more than 3 times unless the other team was getting hardcore pressured. But you are the front line of everything. Maybe your Tracer's on an off angle here, but 1 swing. Okay. 1, 2, 3 into Fire Strike is a lot to be doing. Like, it's a lot. It gives these guys so much time to shoot you back. The Zarya gets to laser you for way too long. Now, I know you didn't die, but the problem of doing that and taking that much damage is you suck up your support resources like crazy. The worst part for me as an Ana or as a healer main, is when my Rein takes too much damage too fast. Like, you can take damage and let me pocket you, and like you take a little bit, like you go for a swing, a little cheeky fire strike, I can keep you up with that. But if you're taking 400 damage in like 2 seconds, like, bro, you might force me to use my nade. You're gonna force this Mercy to stare at you and hold you like, you're sucking too many resources as a Reinhardt like that. Just you have to settle down a little bit there. You know what I mean? You're a little bit low. You got into Apex? Hold on 1 second. I can't sign in. Okay, I'm gonna restart my game on the side really quick as I keep finishing this. 1 second. Let me relaunch Apex. Okay, let's keep doing this VOD review. So just both teams went for that. You probably could have pinned the Zarya there as that was happening. That's okay. No, then it's the healer's fault, don't you know? That's what I hate. Like, healers, why aren't you keeping me up? Bro, you're taking way too much damage. Okay, during that, you have to hold shield. Just hold shield. Just hold shield. Don't let go. Don't swing. Okay, so honestly, if I were you there, I would not have swung unless they're a one shot. When you're in a grab, like almost 90% of the time, you should be just holding your shield for the team behind you. Because you literally, when you're grabbed like this, you can hit one guy, but then there's shit happening in your screen, and I think your McCree is high nooning from behind, or he's in there high nooning. Don't drop your shield like this. Yes, he didn't get killed because your big body was blocking, but in like, it's just a better habit to get into just recognizing if your Kree is going to be sitting there at the high noon in the grab, you want to give him that front facing shield, because better players are going to look for sleep darts and stuff to focus fire and kill him in there. Hold that shield there. Hold that shield. In that high noon. In that grab. But he stayed alive. Apex lets you log in, but you can't access your inventory. Yeah, I just tried it again on this in the background as I do this. Okay, I like the aggressive space taking stuff here. Okay. Where are you looking? I guess you're looking for random stragglers. Okay, they got a pick, so you're already down one. Okay, even. Okay, you're kind of baiting your Roadhog and your full shield right here. So you're kind of shield dancing a little bit. Okay, you're maintaining your shield health. They have sniper here. You got rezzed, especially if your Mercy's rezzing. Hold the shield for a bit. It's basically an even fight, but you're giving up space, and he has his shield crack. You can actually be walking forward here. In this case, I would not be. Like, you're walking forward, but then you started like kiting randomly, and then you kind of baited your Roadhog into like moving forward and getting hooked, because you're giving up space when you're actually winning. Honestly, like, Rein versus Rein is just about being like, just understanding that concept. You see how their Reinhardt's kind of dictating the pace? Now that you know, now you definitely have the advantage. You notice, yeah, you're taking the pace. I would shatter this. Okay, good. Good. It took you a little bit to recognize you were winning the duel before you put on the Jets. It's like, you know, when you have the advantage, you hold that W and you swing, but you didn't recognize you had that advantage until like way later. I can't get an Apex because the servers are bricked right now, yeah. What elo is this? I don't know yet. I'm gonna guess at the end. You guys are gonna guess at the end as well. I'm gonna say this is like platinum. Or gold. Gold or platinum right now. Okay, that Widowmaker, the sole reason why I think it's gold right now is because this Widow sat there for 15 seconds. You saw her. You fire struck her, sure, but you should be holding the shield. And your teammate, it didn't feel like anybody on your team shot her back right now. She just sat there and got 2 picks, and she's still there. It's less about how you're playing and more about your teammates. Like, that Widow should not be able to stand there for that long. There's no way. You're gonna have to look for the Shatter. Recharge your shield there. You're 500. You're 500, and they recalibrated themselves. So little minor thing here as well. Similar to earlier, you recognize that, you know, I think it was kind of even. You guys got one. They got one. Reinhardt got rezzed. Your Kree can't get rezzed. You re-shield like this. You honestly can't push in with 400 shield and down to DPS here. So you're just gonna play corner here. But you don't have to like re-shield this. You kind of just play corner and wait. Okay. Like I say wait, and then your hog gets a pick. Now it's a 5v5, but you're still down shield. Counter shatter. I was gonna say counter charge or counter shatter that. Okay, either or, that works. What are you looking for here? Okay, holding the choke. You're looking for it. You shatter him. Or okay, you got hooked. Nice. At least you waited. If you didn't cancel that high noon, I'm glad your Roadhog bailed you all out and got the hook off. The thing about solo queue is you don't trust your teammate. You're not sure whether he's gonna pull that off or not. So I probably would have just shattered his ass while he was high nooning, just in case your Roadhog didn't get him. Like immediately you shatter and then hold shield in case he holds, if you miss it, so he doesn't kill your team off the high noon. But your Roadhog got a nice hook and you shatter their backline, which is good. Well, you played the rest of that fine. Just unfortunate that everybody died. Good. I think you're just waiting for some teammates here. You guys are down in Ana. Nice catch here. Walking forward. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, their Rein's walking up. You're running out of time here. You're gonna have to make a play. Okay. So what I would have done right here, 8 seconds left. They get a res. You killed the Kree. You killed the Kree. You have 6v5. You just walk forward. You know they don't have any DPS like a Kree to shoot you. You just walk forward into this Reinhardt, despite being down shield, because you have the shatter threat. You're going in now. Jill. Oh, you had a chance there. They're not shooting you. You can swing for a bit. Nice. Nice, you can kill him. Nice turnaround pit on him. I was gonna say you're actually fine to swing here just because their Widow's on the left side. You wouldn't get that. You're doing a lot of damage here. Good work. Okay, you played the end of that pretty well.
Enemy
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
I still can't log into Apex on the side chat. Still not working. That's okay. Okay, on defense though. Let's see. Okay, you throw a little early fire strike. How many VOD today? I'm just doing one. I'm gonna try to play Apex. If not, I don't know. Yes, Apex Legend today. Yes, afterwards. But you're antied. You're gonna have to hold shield. Counter charge. Okay, so the reflexes aren't there yet. That's okay. So in this scenario, good. But you're antied. You should be shielding. You have no choice but to try to counterpin that, or else you're dead anyway. So you might as well attempt it. I think you guys just lose this. Why am I at like 5 FPS? What is happening? Let's do this. Nice. Honestly, the kill feed with the red and the blue is kind of throwing me out. As what you were doing there as Reinhardt, other than the counter pin, you just kind of got res and you walked back in, so that was fine. You just a few missed mechanical things there. Okay, you know they're on the left side. You're holding this. You got Shatter. You can look for it. Wait for the bubble though. Okay, you haven't been able to block any of the two shatters. One thing to remember as a Reinhardt, sometimes when you get your own shatter, you tunnel because you're looking to shatter them, but you forget they also have a shatter. You kind of have to read the situation where if I'm swinging on them, they're probably swinging as much on me. If I have shatter, they have shatter. So it becomes a bigger mind game than normal because you not only do you have to look for your shatter, you have to counter theirs. Apex private lobbies are out on Apex. Okay, Pog. Yes. Amazing. I can actually do footage stuff tonight. Yeah, if Rein didn't shatter in the past 15 seconds, he probably has shatter. So both times they were both blockable. That's a good point to remember.
Objective lost. The payload.
Good, nice. That guy's playing nothing. Okay, you're holding this area for your team here. Honestly, I would probably still hold top right for a bit longer. Give your team a better shot. Honestly, it feels like Poop Nugget's kind of pooping on your team right now. He seems to be an issue. Not much you can do as Reinhardt to shield your Kree and hope your Widow wins the duel. See, the thing is, so right here, the fact that you dropped early without any reason to kind of gives up this space for the rest of your team. Because if you're not holding up top here, this Widow takes this, and then all of a sudden she just gets another 2 kills. You're on the ground. You and Roadhog literally do nothing to this Widowmaker up top here, which is why holding here by default, standing here will deter this Widow from standing up here. You can drop down when this payload gets a bit closer, but you drop down way too early, and that just gave up this area. Literally, little positional decisions like that change the tide of everything.
No one can hide from my sight.
Maybe a bit of a Widow diff mechanically, but you know, you got to do things to enable your Widowmaker to have a better chance of... oh my god, the timing. Nice job. Honestly, you got kind of lucky this creep popped out. I know you got nanoed. You got nanoed, and your instant reaction was to just go for a random charge here. Kind of really risky. You kind of fucking threaded the needle in between the payload and the pole. I'm going to say you calculated that, but... if that Kree was good, he would have canceled it and then rolled out of the way as well. You would not be able to get away with that often in higher ranks, just saying. But hey, I respect it here. I respect it.
Wait for me. My ultimate is charged.
I'm shocked the Kree didn't cancel. Same here. If he canceled and flashed you, you were dead. You can shatter this. You can shatter this. Okay, I think he missed a shatter right there. Maybe the Zarya would have bubbled it, but realistically, I don't know. I think you still go for it. This Reinhardt charges out of the way. He charges. He bubbled this. Res right there. I would have just shattered right now. You would have canceled this. You just bank on the fact that Zarya would have bubbled herself, but like maybe in the high ranks here, she actually had bubble. In higher ranks, that would have been blocked if she was good, but. Wait, what the fuck? You totally should be going for that. That was a missed opportunity there. Yeah, keep her on the ground. Wow, unfortunate. Bubble's kind of OP. Big pocked by the enemy team. A better game to be reviewed is a closer game. Whether it's a win or a loss, as long as it's somewhat close, it's much better. Reinhardt versus Tracer, it's very tough. A good Tracer has good spacing, and you literally can't do anything about that. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost never the Reinhardt's job to turn around and peel for the Tracer, because what that does is just give the enemy team a chance to push into you. As a Reinhardt, you kind of hold your ground and pray that your off tank, a D.Va, Zarya bubbles, Brig, somebody else has to help peel for the Tracer. It's honestly not your job as a Reinhardt. You literally can't catch her. Look at that. You wasted 1, 2, 3. Like you wasted like almost 3 seconds just turning around for it, and then you gave up that spacing. Yo, congrats, Jason. Nice, dude. Sorry, I couldn't play the past few days. All right. Let's attempt on the cancel there. This guy just got res. You're gonna die. Get some damage off before you die. All right, I think the biggest weakness so far, number 1, shield management. Don't randomly reshield like that, like what you've been doing when your shield's cracked. You're just losing on the shield board. Number 2, you have a couple of missed shatter opportunities. Number 3, as much as you want to hit your shatters, respect the enemy Rein and assume that he also has his, so it becomes much more of a mind game. It felt like you weren't really reading what the Reinhardt was doing, and you're kind of just focused in your own little world there. And number 4, think about your positionings and what it means if you give up and go to certain areas. Like the biggest example is this: dropping down early. What does that mean for your team? It means they get to take this, and then your team gets screwed. What does it mean when you're playing here and pushing? Their shield's broken. Your positioning. It was like, okay, do we have the advantage? Yes. Am I pushing yet? No. You weren't W keying or pushing forward when his Rein shield was cracked and he was backpedaling. You know, I felt like there's a lot to work on there, but hopefully I've helped identify a couple of things to help you get started into fine-tuning your Rein play. It feels like you're on just pure. It's like, it feels like you've watched too many like Rein streamers or Rein tutorials, and you kind of just flash your shield, walk in, back out, swing, back out, without really thinking about why they're doing it. For the most part, a lot more higher Reinhardts are doing it instinctively, intuitively, because they know when to flash your shield, when to swing. You're kind of just like trying to copy the APM thing where you're like, you know what I mean? There has to be more method to the madness here. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna assume you're probably gold after watching that. Chat, what do you think Mango is rated? Also, yes, I'll dab. Sorry, I'm gonna say gold. Gold, plat, low gold. You'd say plat. Hey, Healbot. 26 silver or gold. 2,000 SR. That's awesome, Healbot. Congrats, Healbot. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the 4 months of support. Appreciate it. Silver still be progress. I'm going to say gold. Some people say plat. Zuro, if you're still here, what rank are you? You're going to be nice until the day after my birthday. Wow, Idas, thank you. I don't know if Zuroy's even here anymore. Was he watching that review? It's okay. He said he'd watch the VOD if he's not here. I'm going to assume gold. If you're here, let me know what it was. I will stop slouching. Sorry, you're right. Cliffhanger. Pause champ. Pause champu. Okay, he's not here. Oh well. Yeah, we'll never know, I guess. We'll never know.